Learn English online with wowlessons.com. Created for you, inspired by you. Hello everyone, welcome to wowlessons.com. I am your host Samir. In this lesson, I'll be talking about some confusing English words. Words that sound exactly the same but are spelled differently, and they have different meanings and different usages. These words are called homonyms. Homonyms are the words that sound like one another, particularly when that are pronounced the same way but spelled differently. I have gathered some commonly confused words to help you to understand the difference between these words and how to use them. These pair of words or group of words have different meanings, and often they are completely different type of words. One is a noun, one is an adjective, one is a verb, and the another one is an adverb. So usually the context will help you to understand which word is the right one to use, but you need to remember the spelling, which is the tricky part. So it is especially important when you are writing. When you are speaking, it doesn't matter so much because they sound exactly the same, right? But as soon as you write it down, that's where you will run into trouble. Especially if you are writing an exam, you are writing an important email or an essay that you need to submit. So in this lesson you will learn some new words, but more importantly you will learn about some pair of words or group of words where you need to be extra careful about their spelling and usages. Okay, let's start with the word advice and advise. Despite the difference in meaning and pronunciation, people often get confused about advice and advice. First, you need to remember that these words are pronounced differently. Advice has an S sound at the end, and advise has a Z sound at the end. The word advice is a noun. It talks about something someone tells you to do because they think it is the best course of action. When we have a problem, we don't know what to do. We ask someone for their advice. We ask them what they think is best for us to do. Let's look at some examples of the word advice. You should talk to Swati. She always gives excellent advice. My advice is always follow your heart. On the other hand, advise is a verb that simply means to give advice. It is important for you to remember that just like any other regular verb ending in E, advise has the form advises, advised, and advising. Let's have a look at some of the examples related to advise. The salesman advised the customer to buy the product. I advised him that the rent was due. In British English, the noun form often ends in ice and the verb in ice, I-S-E. Okay, let's move on. Now, bear and bear, both of these words use the A diphthong sound, the same sound that you will hear in words like air, care, and compare. Now, bear is an adjective and verb that describes when there is nothing covering something else. Bare walls, for example, have no pictures on them. Bare land has no trees on it. Bare skin is skin without any clothing on it. When we use the word bare, we are normally referring to a furry animal. The most common varieties of this kind of bear are the followings: a brown bear or a polar bear or a panda bear, and of course a teddy bear. Into and into are two commonly confused words in the English language. When do you use each one? Although we pronounce these the same way, they have different meanings. One little space makes the difference. We use into as a preposition. Into usually answers the question where. Although there are many definitions of into, the most common definitions are towards the inside or in the direction of. Let's have a look at some of the examples. He looks into her eyes. He looks where? Into her eyes. The bird flew into the window. The bird flew where? Into the window. He put his vote into the box. Where did he put his vote? Into the box. These are actually two completely different words that sometimes fall next to each other in some sentences. In is an adverb, whereas to is a preposition. Let's see some examples. I went in to use the telephone. The dog goes in to get a drink. The repairman came in to fix the television. The words here and here are homophones. They sound alike but have different meanings. Here has to do with the location of the things. Now, here is mainly used as an adverb. Let's have a look at some of the examples related to word here. Wait here. I will be back in 5 minutes. But it can also be used as an interjection, like here, hold this. Here is a verb. Of course, you know this one. Here has to do with sound and one's ability to perceive it. Let's go through some of the examples in order to understand it better. I can't hear what he's saying. Can you hear that? Did you hear that announcement? They told us to wait here. Another homonym pair that uses the same sound is dear and dear. So dear has quite a different usage as an adjective, and deer is a noun, also the name of an animal. Which and which, both are pronounced in exactly the same way. Which is a pronoun meaning the particular one or ones in a group, which is often used in a question to ask for an indication of the one or ones of a group that one is referring to. Okay, let's have a look at some of the examples. Which one do you want? Which design do you prefer? Which is the fastest? Which of you wants to go first? A witch is a woman who is believed to have magical powers. In myth and legend, a witch is a woman who practices sorcery and is often depicted as ugly or wicked. Witch comes from the Old English word wix, meaning female magician or sorceress. Again, both of these words are used quite differently in English because they are different types of words. In fact, they can even be used in the same sentence. Likewise, which scares you the most? Did your team lose or lose the final? When you drop 10 kg, were your pants loose or loose? Does it even matter? Well, yes, that innocent looking O makes a world O different. Lose is only a verb. To lose is to suffer a loss, to be deprived of, or to fail to keep possession of a particular thing. Let's have a look at one of the examples. I don't want to lose you. Lose is an adjective that means not tight. Where it is a verb, it means to release. I hope you enjoyed this video. Like it if you enjoyed it. Use the comment section if you have any questions related to this video. Share this video with others who need this. And in the end, don't forget to subscribe to our channel in order to get more videos like this. Thank you.